Okay, soup. Chicken, some eggs, got this radish. Oh! I think we got our winner. Hey everybody, my name is Tim. I am the Dizzy Daddy and welcome back. Got a quick one for you today. I'm gonna make some soup to go along with dinner. And what better than miso soup? And what better than miso soup? Clam miso soup. Game plan, quickly. Okay, clam miso. Miso soup. It's pretty easy, right? Right. Thing is, if you're not totally familiar with it, there are a couple tips, a few sticking points that might be good to learn. So I'll walk you through it. Okay, so we're going to need 1.5 pounds of manila clams, scrubbed, rinsed, and purged if needed. 5 cups of water, 2 to 3 tablespoons of miso, some wakame, and some green onion for garnish. And that's really it. Simple. Okay, let's go. So we're pretty much set up and ready to go. Now, here I've got my clams. Now they have been purging. They're in a solution of about 4 cups of water and 1 tablespoon of sea salt. That sort of simulates a sort of a brine or seawater. It helps them purge the sand, any grit that they might have, without them dying. So basically, I brought them home from the store, I scrubbed them with a brush, I ran them under tap water, then I put them in here with the simulated seawater, and I left them in there for about an hour. So they should be good and purged. However, to be honest, the ones from the store don't usually have a lot of grit in them, if any grit at all. So I'm just doing that as a safety precaution. Of course, if you get them on the beach, you're going to want to scrub the heck out of them and purge the heck out of them for maybe even more than an hour, maybe 3 hours, maybe change the water a couple times. Okay, cool. And we got our wakame. I've reconstituted it this time. As you can see, it's gotten nice and big, so I'll put that in a little bit later on. We got our miso, and it's got dashi in it. So some of these come with dashi stock already inside them. They're sort of ideal to use for miso soup, but if not, you can always buy the dashi powder, or of course make dashi from bonito flakes or kombu. But honestly, even the wakame provides a nice sort of light dashi. So I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna have this on a medium-high heat, and I will add, there's 4 cups, and there's 5. And of course I'm making this for my entire family, so it's quite a lot, but if you're by yourself, then you can definitely cut down on the recipe. Okay, so the clams are going in, and oh, there's one more. There we go. All right, so those are in there at medium-high heat. I'm gonna put my lid on. I'm gonna check back when it starts. I can hear it start to simmer away. So basically in about maybe 4 or 5 minutes. See you in a bit. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. They're not gonna be done yet, but let's just have a quick look. Oh yeah, they're steaming up good, and oh, smells very nice, very clammy. Just while they're still simmering away here, they're gonna get up to a boil and open up. Once they open, they will be done. But just a little note on how to choose these. So when you select them, you're ideally looking for ones that are shut, or ones that shut right away when you kind of bug them, right? So if you squeeze them shut, they should start to stay shut, or you should see some kind of movement, some kind of squirming. Now if they're open like this, and when you kind of squeeze them shut, they just kind of spring back open and there's no sign of movement or life or anything, those are dead, and you're gonna want to leave those out. Another thing too is if you pick them off the beach, again, most of you, if you get these, you're gonna get them from the store, and you can skip this next step, but if you get them off the beach, it's very important to, of course, rinse them and scrub them. But then what you want to do is you want to gently kind of take each one and drop them onto like a cutting board or some kind of surface that isn't like rock. Don't drop them on the sidewalk or anything. But basically anything that's not gonna break the shell. You drop them down, and what'll happen is some of these are packed full of sand. There's no clam inside, but they're shut. So they look like a healthy shut clam, but if you put one of those in your soup and it opens up, that's it. It's done, because there's dirt and sand everywhere. And in Japanese, they call them bakudang, which means bomb, right? They're basically dirt bombs. So you want to be very careful. If you get these off the beach, then do that extra step, okay? You scrub them, you rinse them, and then you drop each one by one, to see if they're going to open up and there's going to be any sand inside. If they don't open up or explode with sand, then you're good. As you can see, these are starting to agitate a little bit more. I'm going to put the lid on. Oh, a couple just sprung open. I'm going to put the lid on for about another minute or two. Then they should be open. Then we can move on. It's been about a minute or two since the last time. Let's check. Oh yeah. Okay, let me just show you. They're open. Okay, so there's a little bit of foam. It's not really that important, but it's kind of nice to skim it. And I'm just going to turn the heat off as well. We're going to head into our next step, which is adding the miso. And this is probably something you've maybe heard before. You probably even heard it from me. I think I made miso in one of my other videos. Yeah, the one where I made dinner. This is a very important point, okay? Like I was saying before, you've heard me say it before, but it bears repeating. When you add the miso, you do not want it bubbling away, so you gotta kill the heat or even take it off the heat. In this case, I've killed the heat. But the thing about miso is the flavor will die. That is, it'll be blunted and you'll lose the sort of depth of flavor and the complexity if you boil the heck out of it. So it's important to add it when the pot isn't boiling away. Okay, so I got here about 1.5 tablespoons. Gonna put it into our strainer here, and I'm gonna grab just a little bit more, about 2 tablespoons. And that's what I'm gonna start with. Okay, so you just push it through with your spoon there, and gently move it around. Now the clams have added a wonderful stock to this soup, so you might not even need any more miso because it might have a great flavor by itself, but let's just try it. Oh, you know what? I don't think I need it anymore. That is fantastic. And we've got our wakame that we've been soaking here. I'm gonna just give that a squeeze. Put that in as well. And there we go. We got it all plated up. Now, just a little bit of green onion on top. Okay. Let's give this a go. First the broth. That's so good. It's different than normal miso because of the stock that comes out of the clams. It just takes the miso soup up that one extra level. Okay, let's try one of the clams. If you like clams, you'll love this. It's a perfect compliment. Okay, so that was a simple one. Simple but delicious. Any Asian style meal, this is a perfect complement. Goes well with rice, goes well with fish. It's fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for joining me again. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for stopping by. I will see you next time. Take care.